Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. Check out my hair if you haven't. I got a retie, so it looks it's very tight. I'm going to do a quick kind of pre-video to in preparation for um reacting to Megan's cooking show next week on the 4th. And yeah, it will be nice to get your feedback on the camera setup, whether you think I look good, whether you think I'm making sense and you can hear me. But I'll put it up, and yeah, I would really love your feedback, guys. I want to appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you. We're almost at 1,000. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's crazy because like a few weeks ago, I think just over a week ago, I was at 100 and something, almost at 1,000. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, even the bots, the haters, the lovers. Thank you. Now today I have a lovely doozy for you. So for those who are new to my channel and haven't seen my videos properly, this space is pro Meghan in every sense of the word. And it's not just I'm trying to give a nuanced or balanced review. Nah, pro Meghan. What can I say? I am just a simple person. I don't like watching somebody be excessively bullied day in and day out for just existing. So what we're going to do today is address our favorite slapped ass and big back. In fact, I think that was the video that kind of really got me going. I think that's probably my my highest viewed video. So I feel I get the impression that you guys enjoyed the commentary. I'm not sure why you like looking at these weirdos, but well, it is what it is. Now, I want you all to look at the title. This will be painful for Prince Harry and Meghan. I'll be honest, and you guys may have heard it in my commentary. It can be quite irritating, not even painful, just irritating listening to these people over a prolonged amount of time, which is why I like to, and I have to thank them actually. Thank you for giving me bullets, for giving me chapters. Otherwise, I would not be able to sit through all this garbage. So, let us hear what nonsense they have for us today.
See big crowds out for them. It does show the power of them as a couple, doesn't it? Their popularity.
Definitely. I mean, the fact that they haven't been to Wales together for more than a year, it is significant. But, they do a lot of engagement separately, and it's relatively...
Clock that. Now, for those of you who tend to, whether you want to or not, see quite a lot of content about Duchess Meghan and Harry, almost all throughout last year, I think just after the Nigerian trip, or I think from summer, late summer, Harry and Meghan had Harry more than anything, had quite a number of engagements alone. I think Meghan had 2 or 3, or 2 actually. I can't be sure, but I know one of them was going to Tyler Perry's event because Tyler Perry is the godfather of her child and took care of Harry and Meghan. So I understand why she would drop everything and show up for him, even if they can't come as a couple, because they clearly love that man. The British media ran, not just the British media, the tabloids, the Australian media, started spreading this ridiculous narrative that just because Harry and Meghan were doing solo events that represent their different interests. I want to remind everybody, this is why when many of you get triggered by the British press, I kind of wonder why. They don't know what they are talking about. They are cartoonishly and borderline insanely obsessed with Harry and Meghan. If Harry so much as moves his pinky finger or Meghan pushes her head this way, it will release millions of articles of nonsensory and BS. Now, they said last year that Harry and Meghan, because they had a few engagements separately, they are breaking up. In fact, this clown, Maureen, I call it, and just for those of us who are new, we call him Maureen because this idiot is not only a liar, he's a disgrace, a tabloid chaser. One time he responded to himself using one of his burner accounts, and the very intelligent people in Sussex Squad saw him and dragged him, and guess what he called himself? Maureen. And that account was racist, by the way. So Maureen is a racist, and whenever I see him, Richard Eden, I'm going to call you Maureen because you are an idiot. Anyway, they were spreading this narrative that Harry and Meghan are breaking up. They must be breaking up. And they started even reporting, because they were so, they had, you know when you lie to yourself and you start believing your own lie? They were so convinced Harry was trying to find a way. In fact, Maureen, produced so many articles telling us about, an aide told him, the palace was telling him, palace aides were telling him. I want to clarify, the palace didn't tell him jack. And I'm very confident about that. He made that shit up. Was telling him that there appears to be interest in making a way back into the royal family from Harry's side. Harry never addressed this. His PR never said anything. But Eden ran, because he was the one leading the charge on that BS, ran with this story almost every other week. And because they are all idiots and they want to be and they want to be the first to report some sort of breaking news, they all, and by they I mean the tabloid media, ran with this nonsense. On Australian TV, some of those clowns were like, if there's a way back into the royal family, Arthur Edwards, that thirsty old man, was literally sweating with joy at the thought that Harry might want to come back. All because they had separate events. But now, he acknowledges that Kate and William tend to have events separately. And in fact, people in Wales have not even seen them as a couple in just about a year. I would argue that it's longer than that. And because these people lie, I can't even be sure if that's true. Nobody is saying a damn thing. Nobody is speculating about their relationship, even though he just came out and said that Kate and William do not tend to, at least over the past few months, or dare I say years, have not had events together, have not had engagements together. He acknowledged it. When I tell you guys, you need to start being more media savvy. These people don't know what they are talking about. They are basically the PR for the royal family. They don't report facts. They don't even pretend to report facts, because this rubbish he just said here, Becky Big Head and slapped ass, if they were real journalists, would have called him out. That is interesting how we are all being very quiet when Kate and William don't do events together. But when Harry and Meghan so much as say, okay, for the sake of the kids or for whatever reason, Harry, I'll go and do my engagements. Meghan, you stay there and do your own thing. It becomes they must be getting divorced. Ridiculous, hysterical people. Sorry for that long tirade. It's just, I need to stress their contradictions. Let's continue.
It'd be rare, for them to be together. This is a big statement. We know they love Wales. Some of the happiest times they've had together was when William was stationed in Anglesey in North Wales. And I think so they were clearly very pleased to be there, and everyone locally was delighted.
Now, they were saying big crowds came out to see them. This is the big crowd. And notice how the cameraman stood on the side, probably went to go and find the most Brexit pro-royal part of Wales. I think it's called Pontypridd. Maybe they were the ones that voted overwhelmingly for Brexit. So they presumed, or hopefully assumed, that people will show up and show out for Baldy and his lazy wife. And see how they angled the camera so that it looks like there are people waiting. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just that many. They probably offered all these people, maybe come and stand here, we'll give you something. Maybe we'll give you free beer. Maybe we'll buy you some chips. It's the king, right? And of course, I'm not going to pretend like people don't want to see them. These are celebrities, more or less. So it's kind of interesting to me. But we all know that if Meghan had so much as whispered she was coming here, they would have had to shut down Wales. Yes. But let's continue.
To see them back.
Huge crowds yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, huge crowds, especially for a cold, wet and windy midweek day. The crowds were huge.
Very on brand for Britain. I'm sick of them.
All right, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's get to the part that I would love to address very quickly. Since you guys can see my screen, you can see they address William Knauf's interview, and in their deluded mind they think this is going to somehow or rather they hope this is going to somehow affect the PR rollout for Duchess Meghan's show.
And do you think it will have a detrimental effect on any PR and buzz around the show?
I'm not sure about that, but it certainly just will worry Meghan in the sense of what's next.
Right.
Is this going to open the floodgates? Will he be saying more? And will others speak?
For those of you who don't know, and I don't blame you for not giving a damn, Jason Knauf released, the royal family released some sort of PR message or letter or email from Jason Knauf claiming that Meghan had bullied her aides. Apparently, this bullying allegation happened in I don't even know when it happened because I don't pay attention to lies. And it's interesting how for a family that leaked information, for a family that did everything they could to break up Harry and Meghan, for a family that put Meghan's life in danger, removed Harry's security, and sent Jason Knauf to go and testify against Meghan, something that traumatized. And I want to be clear, I am not saying that Meghan miscarried directly because of Jason Knauf's testimony, but the case and worrying about the case and the stress of the case affected her and caused that miscarriage. This is all on the British royal family. They caused the child of their son to die by putting the mother through excessive stress and worry. So you expect me to believe they've got... And sorry, let me be clear. When Meghan revealed that she had a miscarriage, nobody in the royal family, nobody, not one person released a statement. Nobody said anything. Nobody. Let's leave that one. What was I saying? Oh yes. Now they expect me to believe these same people that have participated in trying to kill this woman since the first moment Harry made eye contact with her and made it public that he was with her and wants to be with her. You expect me to believe if there were credible allegations of bullying against Duchess Meghan, it would not be public knowledge by now. They wouldn't have named events. They would have given you everything blow by blow. They may have left people's names out of it because I think people can choose not to. But you expect me to believe if there were credible allegations, there was credible allegations against Duchess Meghan, this wouldn't be public knowledge. Let me put it to the people that are neutral. With everything you see on a daily basis about Meghan that sounds preposterous, do you think that's credible? Do you even think that's possible?
Yeah, because remember, there's so much still to come out.
Now, what was interesting to me, I thought, Rebecca, is like even people who haven't worked at the palace for years are normally very, very reluctant to go on the public record. So he must have had some sort of tacit approval from William to do this interview.
I think people have assumed that. I'm not so entirely sure that's the case because I think a good PR professional instinctively knows what is the right thing to do and what their bosses or former bosses in this case would approve of and what they wouldn't approve of. And I've seen that time and time again with people certainly speaking for the royal family.
But he wouldn't have blindsided William with this interview.
No, I'm sure he would have told him that he planned to do it.
The first time that Slapped Ass has actually challenged something. And I have to give it to Slapped Ass, she's right. I have no idea what Becky Big Head is trying to say. Of course, William gave him... Really? That sycophantic fan fiction known as 60... Oh, sorry guys. That sycophantic fan fiction known as 60 Minutes, it was so ridiculous, nobody even carried it. I think it was just 60 Minutes that carried it. Nobody, no credible news source carried it. And interesting how the documentary was about William, but the only thing we are talking about is Meghan's bullying fan fiction allegations. Let me tell you something. Royal Rota, if Meghan really bullied someone, drop the receipts. It has been how many years now? What? 2, 3, 4 years? Where are the receipts? These people are liars. They look ridiculous. I don't know how many times they run with a narrative only for that narrative to be found to be false. How many more times would they? I mean, it just goes to show the lack of integrity and dignity these people have. You are looking even more stupid every single time you open your mouth. You're basically trolls at this point. Every step of the way, you have been proven to be wrong. You have been proven to be lying. You have been proven to be creating narratives out of thin air. And yet, you don't feel any type of embarrassment, any type of anxiety that, look, this thing is really going to kill my reputation. But I guess this is what happens when you charge £30 per appearance fee.
So, you know, I know from his point of view, the reason why he did the interview was actually not to kind of raise the whole Harry and Meghan issue again. Actually, it was just to pay tribute to the man that he worked for. And as he said with William and Catherine, what you see is what you get. And, you know, he thinks, you know, he will make a very good Prince of Wales and eventually a very good king. That was actually the point of him doing the interview.
Now, it's something that we've talked about before, Richard, but it feels like this so-called, you know, dossier of alleged bullying, it feels like we still don't know any detail, and we probably never will.
Ooh.
No, the problem we've got is that Buckingham Palace said that it would remain.
It's interesting that slapped ass is probably realizing that put up or shut up. I'm going to close with his response.
Private and confidential. They said that, you know, they carried out this investigation, they spoke to people, and they will kind of use it in the future when they're formulating, you know, a policy of how things work.
All right, I've had enough, but I want to just say this very quickly. Again, if there were any credible allegations of bullying, even allegations, not even actual bullying, we would have heard about it by now. They want to destroy Meghan. They don't have anything. They don't have anybody that is going to come forward. In fact, the only person that came forward was Jason Knauf. That's about it. And he's as credible as Elon Musk at this point. Frankly, that man, for the fact that you did what you did and added to the stress which caused Meghan to lose her child, I wish all the bad karma on you. In short, I wish all the bad karma on Becky Big Head, slapped ass, and Maureen. All that money that you're making by lying on Duchess Meghan, by spreading false information, by causing her to continuously be bullied, all that money is going to turn to ash in your hands and ash in your mouth. That is my curse to you. Now, let me park that for a minute. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to say something very quickly. I've noticed that some of the Sussex squad do not like people talking about these things. You feel like some people, when they retweet or when they call out the lies and try to debunk the lies, which in some cases will require them to do what I'm doing. Go into the belly of the beast, listen to the nonsense, and respond to it. I know it triggers some people, and I have a lot of empathy. If you like someone, even as a parasocial relationship, to hear them continuously and very unfairly be attacked is very stressful and can be a real downer on the soul. I mean, there's a reason why Duchess Meghan went off social media, and I'm sure she has done everything she can to protect her space and her mental health. But you have to understand. I need you guys to understand something. Every time people Google Meghan on any social media platform, they are inundated with hate. There are people that rape children. There are people that kill people. They don't get anywhere near the amount of hate this woman gets. I'm one person, and the people that are defending Meghan are only one people. Hopefully one day we all get together and do some sort of mega mash. I'm hoping we can. That's why I need you guys to make my page more popular. But you have to bear in mind that if we want to start properly counteracting the hate, we need followers. We need engagement. We need you to retweet. We need you to engage, share, so that we can get followers. I'm hoping, and maybe I'm being naive here, I'm hoping when people get to see Meghan and watch her videos from her cooking show and see that, look, those of, like, let's agree, people that hate her will always hate her. But there's quite a lot of people that are beginning to wake up and like, wow, okay, this Meghan lady, let me even see Seth. I'm hoping that when they see her, I'm hoping they will begin to realize that I'm not even asking them to be fans, but they'll begin to realize that this is wrong. This continuous attack of someone for nothing. Meghan hasn't done anything. Her biggest crime, from what I can see, is she fell in love with their prince and took him away. And I think her biggest crime is a lot of people have realized they make a lot of money hating her. And that's not her fault. So if we want to start getting our own algorithmic presence, yes, sometimes we need to create these types of videos. Stop lecturing people. If you want to support Meghan and keep your page clean, please feel free. Some of us have chosen to do it this way. And it's okay. The most important thing is, in our own way, we are trying to support her. So I guess this video has gone on quite long enough. Thank you all for your support again. Please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to go and make fun of Maureen, Big Head, and Slapped Ass. Those of you that care to learn their name, I'm not going to waste my time because I don't care. And yeah, have a good one. I'm going to post some more videos because a lot has happened this week. And of course, I'm going to give us a nice palette cleanser shortly. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.